Paul, sorry if I butchered your name, writes in, I'm terrible with names. I am frustrated with Gleim because the questions are very hard, and I feel that no matter how many times I've read the outline, I do not get the magical score of 75 on any of my units. I have the monthly subscription for Ninja FAR. Do you have any suggestions or tips on how I could successfully supplement Gleim, or should I just go full Ninja mode? Now, whenever I read a question like this and someone has a complaint about a review course, sometimes I omit the company name, but I left it in here because Gleim is a good company and they have a good reputation, and I have a great relationship with them and respect them a lot, and so they have good products, and I've said before, when people talk about a course in the forum, 20% love a course, 20% hate a course, and was it 60% are kind of in the middle, but more people tend to have glowing praise for Gleim versus so Gleim customers seem to be very happy with it. Okay, now with that said, I have an editorial disagreement on some of their questions because, like, for instance, enrolled agent. So at least they used to, and I'm pretty sure this is still the case, they include enrolled agent questions in the regulation material. You don't, I guess this is for FAR. so this doesn't really, it's not really applicable for FAR, but I'm going to use enrolled agent and regulation as an example. Enrolled agent questions are beyond the scope of the CPA exam, I believe. And so there's something to be said about just going through brutal sparring sessions so that the actual fight seems a lot more doable. And there's something to be said about that. However, I also think that questions that are beyond, you get some nuanced corporate tax questions, like you're going to feel like you're just dumb. And it's going to make you not want to study and really doubt yourself going into exam day. And then you're like, oh, well, maybe I guess I do know this stuff. And I do think it can impact your morale. And so, but this is for FAR. And I don't know of any extra, I don't think they put CFA questions in FAR or anything like that. But so it might just be that it's the AICPA release questions that are just kicking your butt and has nothing to do with editorializing or anything. And so all of that to say, keep using Gleim, and especially their sims. People seem to love their sims, so keep using their sims, and then for Ninja Monthly, so go to another71.com/pass. Was it pass CPA exam or pass the CPA exam? It's one of the. It's a post sticky at the top of another71.com. It's how to study with Ninja, and it's how to use a review course and Ninja Monthly. And so you can read how to use your Gleim materials with Ninja Monthly, how to incorporate the book. So you have 2 books. Which one do you go with? You have 2 sets of software. Which one do you go with? And just for purposes of this question, I would do your learning, so your NIN, your nonstop multiple choice. I would do that with your Gleim materials and your Gleim questions. And then for your review, the A, it all comes together, I would switch to Ninja MCQ. And then obviously you're using the Ninja notes all the way through from the beginning. You're using Ninja audio all the way through from the beginning. Going back to the N, nail the concepts. I don't know if you have their videos or not, but you can decide if you want to watch those. And we obviously have the Ninja Plus, the BISC videos. If it were me, I would switch to the Ninja book. I would read the Ninja book and take notes over that. I'd use Gleim for the MCQ, and then Ninja MCQ for. Use Gleim for the nonstop MCQ and use Ninja MCQ for the A phase. It all comes together, and kind of mix and match however you feel comfortable. You likely paid a lot of money for your course. You should use it, and it's a good course. But that should help give you a feel for how to incorporate both Gleim and Ninja Monthly. again, I'm a big fan of the folks at Gleim anyway, so no issues there. And if I didn't like him, I wouldn't have mentioned the name because sometimes I omit the company name.